Here is a Maxi Heat model CH110 ceramic heater. I picked this up at Home Depot probably around 2002 or so. It was cheap enough. I think it was like 20 bucks. Obviously it's a no-name brand. You've never heard of them. Pretty basic controls. You just have fan low and high. There's a neon indicator, manual controls, manual thermostat, a little dirt on it, big fan on the back. It looks like there would be a filter of some kind in here, but it was absolutely brand new in the box and wrapped in plastic and the whole nine, and it never came with that. The cord you can kind of scrunch up and stick in this thing if you wanted, and that sort of acts as a carry handle. The bottom of it is over here. Let's take a look at the sticker. And it says ceramic heater model CH110, 120 volt AC, 60 hertz, 1500 watts, made in China. I do see an 0207, and like I said, I believe I purchased this in 02, and 07 might mean July. If that's the case, then that actually makes sense, because I remember actually getting it when it was sort of warm out. I don't remember precisely, but that seems to ring a bell. This here is actually the tip-over switch, which actually is a great thing that they included. It actually extends that far, but it doesn't matter. Great thing that was included with it, and it actually works. So let me get the watt meter for it and we'll fire it up. Watt meter hooked up. We'll put it on to just fan. .21 watts. Moves an okay amount of air for it being a heater. I don't know why you would use it as just a fan. I mean, the airflow is pretty poor because it does have to go through the ceramic thing in there. And there is the neon right there. Tip over works, as you can tell. I'll give you a shot from the back. You can see the fan there. I'll put it upside down so I can actuate the switch. Getting a little noisy in its old age, but still got good spin down, so there's really nothing to do at this point. Let's go and put it over to low and see what that pulls. Because it's a ceramic element, it kind of has to warm up. It's definitely getting warm. And I'll come back when that sort of settles down. Alright, it's been a couple of minutes and it's actually still climbing rather slowly. So I guess 500 is where it'll end up settling eventually on low. If we take the infrared, it says we're getting about 100 and something out of it. 107, 101, 103. Let's go over to high now. See what that reads. It immediately got a lot warmer. Now we're over 1,000. It's 1,100. Probably going to settle around 1,200 watts, which is considerably lower than what it actually said. The temperature now, instead of that, is like 183, 186, probably over 200 depending where I go. But as opposed to the other ceramic heaters I have, like the My Heat and the one from Aldi, this is a much larger element with a much more powerful fan. So even though it's only the same, like 200 some odd degrees, there's just this huge galosh of heat coming out of it. 1240. And that's really it. The only other thing with this heater that really has always plagued it is that after being on high for a period of time, even with the thermostat all the way up, it'll shut off because the thermostat gets satisfied. And then the thermostat is unsatisfied and turns it back on, and it'll go on and off. But on low, it's not hot enough to trip it. I've opened it up at least 6 times that I remember, and I was not successful in mitigating that problem. If it really ends up being a huge problem where it's only on high for like a minute and shuts, I'll just bypass the thermostat because I never use it anyway. These little heaters are, even though it's 1260, 70 watts now, and it is dumping the heat right out, it's still a small heater for a small area. That really is all I have to say about the sort of no-name brand Maxi Heat CH110 heater. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Just to prove how easy breezy Chinesey this is, I don't know if it'll focus on it. You can see the writing, you know, tells you about the cord, but if you come over here, it actually says wonderful heater cord.